Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Don't jump. Ready?
Fields going to throw right away. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Go.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And right away, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Following the fumble recovery, Butler. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Back to throw. Butler. Wilson's got it complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Operating from the gun, Butler. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Jets use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Jump slant. Here we go, side. All right.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free. Second down. The Steelers at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
They'll run. Here's the rookie out of Clemson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On play action, Fields.
And that will be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Here we go.
They snap it to Fields.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Let's go. 19 tight. 19 tight. 18. 5 here.
Looking to throw. Butler. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall, 37 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
George Pickens, his intended receiver there.
And that'll bring up second down.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, Stewart. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Fields.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Curtis Hodges.
39 yards.
And the Steelers are back within a score.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Back to throw. Butler.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Here we go, tonight.
First carry for Najee Harris. Down inside the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ball on the 39. Here's second down and 7.
Don't jump. Ready?
Back to throw. Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Right. Tonight.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on third down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on third down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Here we go. We're good.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Go.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields. He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Tyquan Thornton.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Point after try forthcoming. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Butler. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Here we go. Extend. Is that all right?
They'll run on 1st down. Stewart. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
The vision on the run here. This one's intended to just be a straight dive up the middle. But once he gets through traffic, he sees that the open space is to the outside, so he's just going to angle himself out wide and win the race to the pylon.
Now for the point after. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, good-looking return set up here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now it's the backup Mayfield. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on fourth down. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Here we go, side. All right.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Hey, Chad. Here we go. All right.
Here's Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
This one finds Austin out right. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to make it fourth down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
2nd down and 6 now.
Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Run.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Mayfield now. Dancing to his left. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I know they got the first down, but, Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it. But I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
Now Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this 2nd half. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the 2nd half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead is Hall.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
3rd and 3. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So that erases a game-tying touchdown.
And wouldn't you hate to be the person that committed the foul on that play? Film is not going to be fun for him. But right now, he's got to regroup and continue to play.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Caught. It's Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. He continues to deliver a 1st down here. He had 4 catches in the 1st half, and this one number 5.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. To throw, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Mayfield to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Keanu Britton
busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Mayfield. Rolling to his left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Looking middle, and that's complete. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Here we go. Set.
Now Fields. Got an open man. It's Pickens.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
Here we go. Easy, easy, easy. Tonight.
Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Go.
To throw is Fields.
He finds his man complete. It's Hodges. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Now 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Tonight.
Throwing again is Fields.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Real. Set. Attack.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And that's complete to Adams. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Throwing, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And out of bounds right around the 20. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. In motion comes the tight end left.
Dodge.
On first down, right back to Hall.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Here we go,
The
son.
pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here.
Rasul Douglas there to get him down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape.
Ready?
It didn't exist.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here we go. We're good.
They'll send Austin in motion right.
All right.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
You got what? You got to, here we go. Angel.
Ran it last time. Now Fields to throw. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Ken. Here we go, son. Son.
Pick 6 last drive. Here's Fields again.
He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Tyquan Thornton.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. They're going to run it with Harris. But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
They'll run with Hall. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go again with Hall. Now he's loose again. Breece Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, 58 yards. And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
35. Here we go. Go.
Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
Here we go.
Here comes 2nd down.
Delta. Sit high.
Here's Fields. That's caught by Thornton. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
Right.
Now it's Fields. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here we go, son. Right.
4th down. Fields has to have this one. He finds his man, complete. It's Hodges. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. In trouble, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
What's up?
Mayfield. On the slant connects with Devontae Adams. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
Regular. What's up?
Mayfield now. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Right.
Fields now to throw. He's got Pickens complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Jets, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves.